Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Swiss 2347 ready for pushback at Bravo 8.
Egypt Air 90490 clear to land runway 32.
Swiss 2347 cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground, Swiss 2347 ready to taxi. Swiss 2347 taxi to runway 05. Good afternoon. China Eastern 5032 is on approach. China Eastern 5032 clear to land runway 32. Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Dynasty 1707 ready for pushback at Bravo 9. Dynasty 1707 cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground, Dynasty 1707, ready to taxi. Dynasty 1707, taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook ground, Egypt Air 90490 requesting taxi to the gates. Egypt Air 90490 taxi to gate Bravo 8. Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Avianca 6733 ready for pushback on Bravo 5. Avianca 6733 cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower. Good afternoon. Alitalia 4348 is on approach. Alitalia 4348 clear to land runway 32.
Egypt Air 90490 hold position. Springbrook ground, Avianca 6733 ready to taxi. Avianca 6733 taxi to runway 05. Egypt Air 90490 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Springbrook ground, China Eastern 5032 requesting taxi to the gates. China Eastern 5032 taxi to gate Bravo 8.
Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Yamal 1559 ready for pushback at Bravo 6. Yamal 1559 cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground. Yamal 1559 ready to taxi.
Springbrook Tower, Swiss 2347 ready for takeoff runway 05. Swiss 2347 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Yamal 1559 taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Etihad 5612 is on approach. China Eastern 5032 taxi to gate Bravo 6. Etihad 5612 clear to land runway 32.
Good afternoon. China Eastern 6585. Ready for pushback at Bravo 1.
Springbrook ground, Alitalia 4348, requesting taxi to the gate.
China Eastern 6585. Cleared for pushback.
Alitalia 4348, taxi to gate, Bravo 8.
Springbrook ground, China Eastern 6585. Ready to taxi.
Springbrook Tower, Dynasty 1707, ready for takeoff runway 05.
China Eastern 6585. Taxi to runway 05.
Dynasty 1707, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Egypt Air 90490. Taxi to the Bravo 1.
China Eastern 5032, taxi to gate, Bravo 5. Alitalia 4348, taxi to gate, Bravo 6. Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Malaysian 2743. Ready for pushback at Bravo 7. Malaysian 2743. Cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, Avianca 6733. Ready for takeoff runway 05. Avianca 6733. Cleared for takeoff runway 05. Egypt Air 90490. Continue taxi.
Springbrook ground, SPRINGBROOK 5612, requesting taxi to the gate. China Eastern 5032, hold position. SPRINGBROOK 5612, taxi to gate, Bravo 8. Springbrook ground, Malaysian 2743, ready to taxi. Malaysian 2743. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Philippines 58904 is on approach. Philippines 58904, clear to land runway 32. Springbrook clearance, good afternoon. All Nippon 4419er, ready for pushback at Charlie 3. All Nippon 4419er, cleared for pushback. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Swiss 8140 is on approach.
Springbrook Tower, Yamal 1559er. Ready for takeoff runway 05. Yamal 1559er. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Swiss 8140, cleared to land runway 32. China Eastern 5032, continue taxi. Springbrook ground, All Nippon 4419er, ready to taxi. Etihad 5612, taxi to gate, Bravo 7. All Nippon 4419er, taxi to runway 05. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Lufthansa 4610 is on approach. Lufthansa 4610, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook Tower, China Eastern 6585. Ready for takeoff runway 05. China Eastern 6585. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Avianca 2735, cleared for pushback. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. China Southern 8022 is on approach. China Southern 8022, cleared to land runway 32. Springbrook ground, Avianca 2735, ready to taxi. Avianca 2735, taxi to runway 05. Springbrook Ground, Philippines, 58904, requesting taxi to the gates. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Ural 3630 is on approach. Ural 3630, clear to land runway 32. Philippines, 58904, taxi to gate Bravo 8. Springbrook Tower, All Nippon 4419er, ready for takeoff runway 05. All Nippon 4419er, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
American 7519er, cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Ground, Swiss 8140, taxi to the gates. Swiss 8140, taxi to gate Bravo 9er.
Springbrook Ground, American 7519er, ready to taxi. American 7519er, taxi to runway 05.
Malaysian 2743, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Ground, Lufthansa 4610, requesting taxi to the gates. Lufthansa 4610, taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Springbrook clearance, good afternoon. Air India 7615, ready for pushback at Alpha 2. Air India 7615, cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Spirit 3480 is on approach. Springbrook Ground, China Southern 8022, taxi to the gates. China Southern 8022, taxi to gate Charlie 3. Spirit 3480, clear to land runway 32.
Air India 7615, taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, Avianca 2735, ready for takeoff runway 05. Avianca 2735, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Ural 3630, taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Springbrook clearance, good afternoon. China Southern 7229er, ready for pushback at Alpha 3. China Southern 7229er, cleared for pushback. Springbrook Ground, China Southern 7229er, ready to taxi. China Southern 7229er, taxi to runway 05. Springbrook Tower, American 7519er, ready for takeoff runway 05. American 7519er, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
China Southern 8022, hold position. Springbrook clearance, good afternoon. Spinnaker 3185, ready for pushback at Alpha 4. China Southern 8022, continue taxi. China Southern 8022, hold position. Spinnaker 3185, cleared for pushback. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Hong Kong 3338 is on approach. Springbrook Ground, Spirit 3480, requesting taxi to the gates. Spinnaker 3185, taxi to runway 05. Hong Kong 3338, clear to land runway 32. Spirit 3480, taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Springbrook Tower, Air India 7615, ready for takeoff runway 05. Air India 7615, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Air Canada 6276, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
China Southern 8022, continue taxi.
Springbrook clearance, good afternoon. Singapore 7819er, ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Hainan 381 ready for pushback at Bravo 2. Springbrook ground. Hong Kong 3338 taxi to the gates.
Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. AirAsia 1335 ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Hong Kong 3338 requesting taxi to the gates.
Springbrook Tower, China Southern 7229 ready for takeoff runway 05. China Southern 7229 cleared for takeoff runway 05. Singapore 7819 cleared for pushback.
Hainan 381 cleared for pushback.
Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Korean 9313 ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Springbrook Tower, Spinnaker 3185 ready for takeoff runway 05. Spinnaker 3185 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Korean 9313 cleared for pushback.
Qatari 1515 cleared for pushback.
Springbrook ground. Singapore 7819 ready to taxi.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Asiana 2760 is on approach. Hainan 381 taxi to runway 05.
Korean 9313 taxi to runway 05.
Asiana 2760 cleared to land runway 32. Hong Kong 3338 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
AirAsia 1335 cleared for pushback.
Singapore 7819 taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook ground. Qatari 1515 ready to taxi. Qatari 1515 taxi to runway 05. AirAsia 1335 taxi to runway 05. Korea 1395 cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground. Korea 1395 ready to taxi. Korea 1395 taxi to runway 05.
Asiana 4770 cleared to land runway 32. Hong Kong 3338 taxi to gate Bravo 10.
Springbrook Tower, Singapore 7819 ready for takeoff runway 05. Singapore 7819 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook clearance. Good afternoon. Air China 9409 ready for pushback at Charlie 2. Air China 9409 cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, Korean 9313 ready for takeoff runway 05. Korean 9313 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook ground. Asiana 2760 requesting taxi to the gates. Springbrook ground. Air China 9409 ready to taxi. Asiana 2760 taxi to gate Alpha 4. Hong Kong 3338 continue taxi. Air China 9409 taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Hainan 3428 is on approach. Hainan 3428 cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook Tower, Hainan 381 ready for takeoff runway 05. Hainan 381 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Good afternoon, Korean 4334 is on approach. Korean 4334 cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook ground, Asiana 4770, taxi to the gates. Asiana 4770, taxi to gate Charlie 1. Springbrook Tower, AirAsia 1335, ready for takeoff runway 05. AirAsia 1335, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Tower, Qatari 1515, ready for takeoff runway 05. Qatari 1515, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, Air China 9409 ready for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. All Nippon 1886 is on approach. Air China 9409 cleared for takeoff runway 05. All Nippon 1886 cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook ground, Hainan 3428 taxi to the gates.
Springbrook Tower, Korean 13905, ready for takeoff runway 05. Korean 13905, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook clearance, Egypt Air 904-901, ready for pushback at Bravo 1.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Singapore 6466 is on approach.
Egypt Air 904-901, cleared for pushback.
Singapore 6466, cleared to land runway 32.
Korean 4334, taxi to gate Bravo 2. Hainan 3428, requesting taxi to the gates. Springbrook ground, Egypt Air 904-901, ready to taxi. Korean 4334, taxi to gate Alpha 5. Hainan 3428, taxi to gate Bravo 1. Egypt Air 904-901, taxi to runway 05. Hainan 3428, continue taxi.
Springbrook ground, All Nippon 1886, taxi to the gates. All Nippon 1886, taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. China Eastern 3408 is on approach. China Eastern 3408, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook clearance as he had 5613 ready for pushback at Bravo 7. Springbrook clearance Alitalia 4349er ready for pushback at Bravo 6. Alitalia 4349er cleared for pushback. As he had 5613 cleared for pushback.
Springbrook clearance, China Eastern 5033, ready for pushback at Bravo 5.
Lion Inter 3208 cleared to land runway 32. Springbrook ground, Alitalia 4349er ready to taxi. Alitalia 4349er taxi to runway 05. Springbrook ground, as he had 5613 ready to taxi.
Springbrook ground, Singapore 6466, taxi to the gates.
As he had 5613 taxi to runway 05.
China Eastern 5033, cleared for pushback. Singapore 6466. Taxi to gate Charlie 4. Springbrook clearance. Philippines 58905. Ready for pushback at Bravo 8. Philippines 58905. Cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground. China Eastern 5033. Ready to taxi. China Eastern 5033. Taxi to runway 05. Springbrook ground. Philippines 58905. Ready to taxi.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Air India 3486 is on approach. Air India 3486 cleared to land runway 32.
Philippines 58905. Taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, Egypt Air 904-901 ready for takeoff runway 05.
Swiss 814. Cleared for pushback. Lufthansa 4611. Cleared for pushback.
China Eastern 3408 taxi to gate Bravo 2. Egypt Air 904-901 cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook ground. Lufthansa 4611. Ready to taxi. Lufthansa 4611. Taxi to runway 05. Philippines 58905. Hold position. Philippines 58905. Continue taxi. Springbrook ground. Swiss 814. Ready to taxi.
Lion Inter 3208. Taxi to gate Alpha 1.
China Eastern 3408 hold position.
Swiss 814. Taxi to runway 05. Ural 3631. Cleared for pushback.
China Eastern 3408 continue taxi.
Springbrook ground. Ural 3631. Ready to taxi. Ural 3631. Taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Cathay 6766 is on approach.
Springbrook clearance. Spirit 3481. Ready for pushback at Alpha 3. Spirit 3481. Cleared for pushback.
Air India 3486 taxi to gate Alpha 2. Cathay 6766 cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook Tower, Etihad 5613. Ready for takeoff runway 05. Etihad 5613. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Spirit 3481. Taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Ural 6054 is on approach. Ural 6054 cleared to land runway 32.
Alitalia 4349er. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, China Eastern 5033. Ready for takeoff runway 05.
Air Canada 6356. Cleared to land runway 32.
China Eastern 5033. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
China Southern 8023. Cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, Lufthansa 4611. Ready for takeoff runway 05. Lufthansa 4611. Line up and wait runway 05. Springbrook Tower, Philippines 58905. Ready for takeoff runway 05. Philippines 58905. Line up and wait runway 05. Lufthansa 4611. Cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, 328, clear to land runway 32.
Springbrook Ground, China Southern 8023, ready to taxi. Philippines 58905, cleared for takeoff runway 05. China Southern 8023, taxi to runway. Springbrook Tower, Europe 3631, ready for takeoff runway 05. Europe 3631, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Ground, Quebec 6766, taxi to the gate. Quebec 6766, taxi to gate, Bravo 3.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Swiss 2744 is on approach. Swiss 2744, clear to land runway 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us and hope you will join us again. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Springbrook Ground, Ural 6054, requesting taxi to the gates. Ural 6054, taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Springbrook Tower, Spirit 3481, ready for takeoff runway 05. Spirit 3481, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Tower, Swiss 8141, ready for takeoff runway 05.
Avianca 8330, clear to land runway 32.
Swiss 8141, line up and wait runway 05.
Ural 6054, taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Springbrook Tower, China Southern 8023, ready for takeoff runway 05. China Southern 8023, line up and wait runway 05. Swiss 8141, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Air Canada 6356, taxi to gate Bravo 5. China Southern 8023, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. China Eastern 1660 is on approach. China Eastern 1660, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook ground, Korean 8328, requesting taxi to the gate. Korean 8328, taxi to gate Bravo 6.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Malaysian 7248 is on approach. Malaysian 7248 cleared to land runway 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us and hope you will join us again. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Springbrook ground, Swiss 2744, requesting taxi to the gate. Swiss 2744, taxi to gate Bravo 7.
Springbrook Tower, good afternoon. Asiana 7588 is on approach. Asiana 7588 cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook ground, Avianca 8330, taxi to the
At our
gates.
destination, on behalf of the captain,
330,
thank you for
taxi to
flying with
gate.
us and hope you will join us again. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Springbrook clearance, Hong Kong 3339, ready for push back at Bravo 10. Hong Kong 3339, cleared for
The
push
captain and
back.
crew, we thank you for flying with us and hope you will join us again. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Springbrook ground, China Eastern 1660, requesting taxi to the gates. China Eastern 1660, taxi to gate Bravo 8.
Springbrook ground, Hong Kong 3339, ready to taxi. Hong Kong 3339, taxi to runway 05. Springbrook clearance, Asiana 2761, ready for push back at Alpha 4. Asiana 2761, cleared for push back.
Springbrook ground, Malaysian 7248 requesting taxi to the gates.
China Eastern 1660, hold position.
Hong Kong 3339, hold position. Hong Kong 3339, continue taxi.
China Eastern 1660, continue taxi.
Springbrook ground, 61, ready to taxi.
Malaysian 7248, taxi to gate Bravo 8. Oceana 2761, taxi to runway 05. Springbrook Ground, Aviana 7588, taxi to the gate. Aviana 7588, taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Update ako.
Springbrook clearance. Hainan 3429er ready for pushback at Bravo 1. Hainan 3429er cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground. Hainan 3429er ready to taxi. Hainan 3429er taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Air China 060 is on approach.
Aviana 7588, hold position.
Oceana 2761, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Air China 060, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook clearance. Asiana 4771, ready for pushback at Charlie 1. Asiana 4771, cleared for pushback. Springbrook ground. Asiana 4771, ready to taxi. Asiana 4771, taxi to runway 05.
Korean 4335 cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Indonesia 4188 is on approach.
Korean 4335 taxi to runway 05.
Aviana 7588, hold position. Aviana 7588, continue taxi.
Springbrook clearance. Singapore 6467, ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Qatari 4062 is on approach. Qatari 4062 cleared to land runway 32.
Indonesia 4188, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook ground. Air China 060, taxi to the gates. All Nippon 1887, cleared for pushback. Lion Inter 3209, cleared for pushback. Singapore 6467, cleared for pushback. Springbrook Tower, good evening. Juling 2408 is on approach. Juling 2408, cleared to land runway 32. Air China 060, requesting taxi to the gates.
Springbrook Tower, Asiana 4771, ready for takeoff runway 05.
China Eastern 3409er cleared for pushback.
Lion Inter 3209, taxi to runway 05.
Asiana 4771, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook ground. Singapore 6467, ready to taxi. All Nippon 1887, taxi to runway 05. Air China 060, continue taxi.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Korean 2832 is on approach. Korean 2832, cleared to land runway 32.
Singapore 6467, taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, Hainan 3429er, ready for takeoff runway 05. Hainan 3429er, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
China Eastern 3409er, taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good evening, Alaska 2568 is on approach. Alaska 2568, cleared to land runway 32.
Indonesia 4188, taxi to gate Bravo 9er.
Springbrook Tower, Korean 4335, ready for takeoff runway 05. Korean 4335, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook clearance, Air India 3487, ready for pushback at Alpha 2. Air India 3487, cleared for pushback. Qatari 4062, taxi to gate Bravo 10. Springbrook Tower, good evening, Alitalia 8016 is on approach.
Singapore 6467, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Alitalia 8016, cleared to land runway 32. Springbrook Ground, Air India 3487, ready to taxi.
Springbrook Tower, All Nippon 1887, ready for takeoff runway 05.
Air India 3487, taxi to runway 05.
Fueling 24-8, taxi to gate Alpha 4. Springbrook Tower, good evening, Air China 8152 is on approach. All Nippon 1887, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Air China 8152, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook Ground, Korean 2832, taxi to the gates.
Springbrook Tower, Lion Inter 3209, ready for takeoff runway 05. Lion Inter 3209, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Korean 2832, taxi to gate Charlie 3. Springbrook Tower, good evening, Asiana 3460 is on approach.
Springbrook clearance, Cathay 6767, ready for pushback at Bravo 3. Cathay 6767, cleared for pushback.
Asiana 3460, cleared to land runway 32.
Springbrook Ground, Alaska 2568, requesting taxi to the gates. Alaska 2568, taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Springbrook Tower, China Eastern 3409er, ready for takeoff runway 05.
Cathay 6767, taxi to runway 05.
China Eastern 3409er, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good evening, China Southern 2482 is on approach. Springbrook clearance, Ural 6055, ready for pushback at Bravo 4. China Southern 2482, cleared to land runway 32. Alitalia 8016, taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Air Canada 6357, cleared for pushback.
Ural 6055, cleared for pushback. Springbrook Tower, good evening, China Eastern 1660 is on approach. China Eastern 1660, cleared to land runway 32. Air India 3487, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Air Canada 6357, taxi to runway 05.
Air China 8152, taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Ural 6055, taxi to runway 05.
Korean 8329er, cleared for pushback. position. Springbrook ground, Korean 8329er, ready to taxi.
Springbrook ground, Asiana 3460, requesting taxi to the gates.
Korean 8329er, taxi to runway 05.
Asiana 3460, taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Air China 8152, continue taxi. Springbrook clearance, Swiss 2745, ready for pushback at Bravo 7. Swiss 2745, cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Etinet 5670 is on approach. Etinet 5670, clear to land runway 32. Springbrook ground, China Southern 2482, taxi to the gates. China Southern 2482, taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Springbrook ground, Swiss 2745, ready to taxi.
Springbrook clearance, Avianca 8331, ready for pushback at Alpha 3.
Swiss 2745, taxi to runway 05.
Avianca 8331, cleared for pushback.
Springbrook Tower, good day, 6767, ready for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Tower, good evening, Qantas 6150 is on approach. Good day, 6767, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Qantas 6150, clear to land runway 32.
Swiss 2745, hold position. Swiss 2745, continue taxi.
China Eastern 1660, taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Avianca 8331, taxi to runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Vietnam 6022 is on approach. Vietnam 6022, clear to land runway 32.
Springbrook Tower, good evening. Air India 2044 is on approach. Air India 2044, clear to land runway 32. Springbrook Tower, Ural 6055, ready for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook ground, Etinet 5670, requesting taxi to the gates. Ural 6055, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Etinet 5670, taxi to gate Bravo 3. Springbrook Tower, good evening. Aeroflot 2832 is on approach.
Malaysia 7249, cleared for pushback.
Aeroflot 2832, cleared to land runway 32.
Air Canada 6357, land runway 05. 6357, clear for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Tower, Korean 8329, ready for takeoff runway 05.
7249. Ready to taxi. Malaysian 7249. Taxi to runway 05. Springbrook Tower. Good evening. Cebu 2378 is on approach.
Springbrook Ground, Qantas 6150. Requesting taxi to the gates.
Cebu 2378 cleared to land runway 32.
Qantas 6150. Taxi to gate. Bravo 4. Italy 5670. Hold position.
Springbrook Tower, Avianca 8331, ready for takeoff runway 05. Avianca 8331, cleared for takeoff runway 05. Springbrook Ground, Vietnam 6022, taxi to the gate. Vietnam 6022, taxi to gate, Alpha 3.
Adelaide 5670. Continue taxi.
Springbrook Tower, Swiss 2745, ready for takeoff runway 05. Swiss 2745, cleared for takeoff runway 05.
Springbrook Ground, Air India 2044. Requesting taxi to the gates. Air India 2044. Taxi to gate. Bravo 5. Springbrook Ground, Aeroflot 2832. Taxi to the gates. Springbrook Tower. Good evening. China Southern 6302 is on approach. China Southern 6302 cleared to land runway 32. Aeroflot 2832. Taxi to gate. Bravo 6.
Springbrook Ground, Cebu 2378, taxi to the gates. Cebu 2378, taxi to gate. Bravo 7.